You might be wondering how using fire can be beneficial or safe, especially with BC's history of dangerous wildfire seasons. What about the risk to nearby communities, the safety of staff members, or all the smoke produced? The reality is, prescribed fire is one of the best ways to mitigate wildfire risk. Let's break down how prescribed fire projects are planned and implemented safely. Firstly, prescribed fires are used at the right time. These projects typically take place in the spring or fall when fires burn less intensely. This helps to produce less smoke than unplanned wildfires in warmer and drier conditions. Collaboration is another key aspect. Prescribed fires involve many partners who work together to make sure that the project is safe and effective. This may include the individual or agency who initiates the burn project in their local area, in collaboration with BC Wildfire Service, Indigenous communities, or local governments. Most importantly, prescribed fires require extensive planning. The planning process helps to ensure that the burn takes place during the best conditions to safely achieve the project's goals. One crucial output of the planning process is a burn plan. This is a document that describes the project's goals, the site and weather conditions required to go ahead with the burn, the operational plans for implementation, any equipment that is needed, a plan to keep the fire within a set area, and post-fire monitoring instructions. Burn plans consider how close the burn area is to communities, important infrastructure nearby, land stewardship goals, on-site hazards like power lines, and potential impacts on wildlife, habitat, and nearby communities. Additional considerations include how the fire will behave based on fuel moisture, weather conditions, and the shape of the land. All of this information helps predict how intensely the fire will burn, how fast it will spread, and how the smoke will behave. If there isn't a way to manage the smoke or a safe way to protect the community, the burn will not take place. The burn boss is in charge of the prescribed fire project. This person has extensive experience alongside training and certification. They take the lead on implementing the burn plan and keeping everyone on site safe. Team members learn about the project site before the burn by helping with pre-burn work, including walking the area and creating guards. Everyone involved in implementing the burn, no matter their role in the project, is fully trained and given personal protective equipment. The weather plays a key role in planning and can cause a prescribed fire to be canceled if conditions are unsafe. The project team stays up to date with hourly weather readings and completes a test burn ahead of the burn day to confirm if conditions are good. On the morning of burn day, the entire project team gathers for a safety briefing led by the burn boss. In addition to plans for physical safety, cultural safety is also included in many prescribed fire projects. More and more, we're seeing a shift towards a holistic approach to fire, including braiding Indigenous traditional fire knowledge with Western fire management practices. Many burn projects include an Indigenous-led blessing ceremony as part of the safety briefing. After the safety briefing, a small test fire is lit as the last step before going ahead with the actual burn. This confirms if the burn will behave as expected in the burn plan. If it's determined to be safe, the prescribed fire will go ahead. If not, the project will be delayed until conditions are ideal. During the burn, staff work in teams to make sure the project is proceeding safely. Different teams are in charge of setting the fire, providing fuel, and putting out the fire once the burn is complete. An additional team patrols the site after the burn is finished for a final safety check. Patrols may continue for several days afterwards. Once the burn is complete, the teams gather for an after-action review, where everyone gets the chance to be part of an open, honest discussion about the project, and bring up any potential safety concerns or suggestions to make things better in the future. The process to plan and implement a prescribed burn can be lengthy, because safety is essential. Prescribed fire is an important tool to make our forests and communities healthier and more resilient to wildfires. And more resilient communities are safer communities. Learn more about prescribed fire at prescribedfire.ca.